There's this reoccurring sentiment in my day-to-day now. I feel proud of what we've accomplished, comfortable in the life that we're building, and thankful for the community we've been lucky enough to find.
Griever.
Hey you.
Hey.
It's a beautiful day for a walk.
It's an awesome day for a walk.
That can't be all we're doing today though.
No. That was just a warm-up. What are we doing today? Well, first we're making sure the dogs are with us. Griever!
Good boy. He doesn't get to this side of the hill very much.
That's true. These are all new smells. So today we're going to be starting kind of a bigger project, one that's going to take probably a couple weeks, hopefully not more than 2. We're going to be building a tool shed. Right now our tools are all just kind of leaning up against the side of the trailer. It's on the overhang, so they're not getting direct sunlight too much, but
to be put away would be
they
better.
need to be put away.
Yeah.
So we're going to be building a tool shed with kind of a cool little theme to it. Then I have a project that I'd like to do today, which is continue to upgrade my ghetto meadow. It's kind of become a little obsession of mine. I've been like, I've redone the berm around the tree and kind of dug out this little hollow, but now I kind of want to take it to the next level, and that's going to entail some rocks around the edges, which probably won't get done today, but the thing that will get done today is I want to do a post into the ground with my birdhouses on top of it, but then it can be something that we can hook into, or maybe do string lights from it to the tree. It could be something to build from.
Okay.
And I'll be using the recycled lumber that we've gotten from a local moving out for that project.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it should be cool.
That's cool. I have a project for myself today as well.
You do?
I do.
Okay, well here, let's do this.
Okay.
Okay, what's your project?
So we have a peach tree that this year was its first year fruiting. Did really well in the move. Survived the transfer, thank God. But it has another small suckling, I don't know, smaller peach tree is growing out the side of it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try to save it and make it into its own tree.
Oh.
So I'm gonna cut the root down part way.
Yeah.
I'm almost off. Then I'm gonna wrap that where we cut. I'm gonna wrap it into with soil with some good irrigation and wrap that around it.
Okay.
And hopefully in the next couple of weeks a root ball will form
Oh yeah.
on that, and then I can finish cutting it off and plant it.
Oh.
And then have way more success than just cutting it and trying to take that branch and plant it into a planter. So
right.
fingers crossed. I hope it works. Yeah, and that's what I'm going to be working on today.
Oh, well that sounds super cool. I hope we can get extra trees out of that one tree.
That'd be awesome. If I can get it to root and get it started, you'll see, but it's a pretty good size.
You know, too, that tree has not only survived but thrived out here.
Oh,
And
yeah.
It came from
Vegas.
it came from Vegas, but that nursery where it was at, it was looking a little sickly.
We got it at Star.
We got it at Star, yeah. And then that barrel I was keeping it in didn't have any irrigation in it, so it was root flooded or whatever.
It was on the verge of root rot.
Yeah, root rot. That's what it was.
Root flooded. Hey, look. It's where you hurt your back and broke our wheelbarrow.
Oh yeah.
What were you doing with this rock?
This was gonna go towards the ghetto meadow. I'm looking for nicer rocks, and this was one of them.
And you tried to move this on your own?
And I tried to move it on my own, yeah. And I threw my back out for a few days.
Yeah.
For the first time ever.
Yeah, for a little bit.
And I broke our wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
Now.
I mean, it was on its way out, but
Yeah. This is the final
straw.
for it.
All right,
I
so
set my drink down to get a better shot, so I gotta go get my drink in. Oh my gosh, it's way back there.
yeah, you dropped it a while ago. All right, so we're gonna be starting on the work we need to do for the peach tree while Jason is working on his project. So basically what's going on with this guy is we got a second branch that started along the bottom. It's probably actually more like a second trunk that we got coming out down here. And what I would like to do is get it so that I can make it into a second peach tree. So my plan is I'm going to cut partway through here where it's connected, but not all the way. That way we can pack some soil around it, and then I'll wrap a compost bag that I have to keep it together. Okay, so we have it stripped back all along the bottom of that branch, and we'll take a look at it right now, and then we will do the soil. Okay, and this is how it looks. This is my first time doing this, so it's not the prettiest of jobs, but we're trying to get that exposed so we can get some roots forming off of it, and we did the best we could. Okay, so this is going to be placed. Hi, big girl. You helping me out? You helping me All right, so we want to make sure that our soil is making contact with the part that I stripped away. So we have it pressed against there. I'm gonna tie it up here. That way I can untie and have access to water it throughout. And then hopefully, yeah, we take root. Well, that's it for the peach tree. I'm willing to bet Jason has some more work to do on his project, so I'm gonna clean up what we got going on over here, and then I'm gonna check with him, see if he needs any help.
Okay, so we got this little wagon. Athena and I had been looking for a little property wagon. They make these kind of husky wagons that they've got the four wheels, the four little tread wheels, and then they've got this plastic rubberized bin with a wagon handle. And they're good. They're good if you're doing things like gardening around the yard and pulling soil from place to place, or pulling seedlings, or carrying sacks of things, large tools, whatever. But honestly, the minute you throw a rock in those things or shovel some gravel into it, it starts to warp them, mess them up, and ultimately, just being out here in the sun, in the heat of northern Nevada, makes those things brittle. If you're going to leave them out, you got to kind of baby them, and that's not what we wanted. I wanted something that was going to be rugged, that would take the abuse that I wanted to throw at it, and something that we could wheel around the property to carry around all of our camera gear, our tripods, things like that. You know, when we do these shots kind of around the property, it takes us quite a bit of time to set them up because we're lugging the tripods over there, our drinks, you know, our phones, the mics, any kind of props like chairs or anything that we want to use in the shot, and it's just a whole thing. So we spotted this in the lot next to my buddy Jeremiah's house. It's owned by a couple I got to meet, and they were nice enough to let me have the wagon for freezies. Now the wheels on this thing are shot. It's been sitting in a dirt lot for a number of years, which was kind of a selling point for me because this thing's in great shape for sitting in a lot for that long. The tires, though, they need to be replaced. So I went to Big R and I purchased 4 brand new tires at $18 a piece. So I'm near $80 into repairing this free cart right off the gate, but these are good tires and they should last a long time. and give us the tread that we want. So we're going to try to replace them now. So the tires on here, as is, don't really look like this. They're still 10-inch tires, and they still got the spoke. But I'm hoping they're kind of interchangeable and that the tires aren't so unique that the new tires won't work on there, but they should be fine. Anyway, let's get to work. Let's fix this thing.
I'll shut it down, yeah. I'll shut it down, yeah. I'll shut it down, yeah. I'll shut it down, look. I'll shut it down like a trunk getting closed. And they ain't on this level, bro, you really not close. Even in the summer, told them that it's so froze. Not talking about bass when I say I get low. I've been trying to get more, now I'm stacking my accounts. It's all going stupid, yeah, the numbers in the mouse. Heard them going quiet, so I turn it up loud. And they saying they ain't feel it, but they bout to feel it now. Need another check going extra. And I got a gas, no Tesla. Said I need a meal, no less, bruh. I ain't seen it yet, so I might go request ya. They been taking shots, need your best now. Seen them all talking while they chest out. Too much going, got them stressed now. And they see me winning, told them why you so upset now. I'll shut it down, yeah. I'll shut it down, yeah. I'll shut it down, yeah. I'll shut it down, look. I'll shut it down, yeah. 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 I'll shut it down, look.
It's all good stuff, yeah.
This is all good stuff.
But I think we can just come around and go right into the lights and of course, really got nothing to talk about from here to there.
But this is all gold.
Yeah, no, it's all gold. It's all staying in.
Every second.
Every second. See squirrel hunting again?
She's probably ready to head inside. Oh, you getting our lights?
I'm getting our lights out. At least I don't know how well they'll charge today, but
You can get them set up.
we got some more solar lights. We got these two for the 80 Nevada sign. They've got some RGB capabilities, so we can get some color.
That'd be cool.
And then these ones weren't on the plan to buy, but they were marked down to 48 cents.
Yeah,
so we bought 10 of them. So
I
we're
mean,
using those for something
under
as
$5,
well.
you can't beat that.
Yeah, I know, yeah. But these guys will be cool to
Light up our
highlight that
sign.
80 Nevada sign, which is going to be awesome.
It's gonna look so cool.
But let's kind
Get a
of
visual of what it kind of looks like.
Oh, and this even has these are a little nicer.
Locks into place.
Yeah.
They do look a little bit nicer. They look almost powder coated.
On and off switch.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess maybe we won't be able to tell where a good spot is until tonight.
I guess. Yeah, because once they charge.
Yeah, let's go set them out to charge. And our patented solar station over here. All right, so we've got our pole here. We picked out a pretty gnarly piece, a piece that I thought, I could try to pull this thing apart and salvage it piece by piece, but there are so many nails already in this thing, and it's actually got a lot of character in it already that I kind of like. So really we're just going to be taking the most gnarliest of the nails out, maybe sanding it down a little bit in some areas, but basically I'm not changing much about this. It's got a really cool look, and I think it'll make a really good post. We're not going to sink it that deep. It's not going to be carrying any significant weight. I'll probably put it in, well, let's see how tall we are. Let's see what kind of height we're dealing with here. Oh, okay, well, somebody conveniently wrote 8.5, or is that 81? No, I think it's 8.5. So this is 8.5 feet already. So I think this is it. And I'll sink it down, not very much, maybe a foot. And we'll be using some concrete that was left over, left to die, protecting our plastic shingles. But now that the plastic shingles are pretty secure, we can use this concrete before it actually goes bad, securing this thing. And a whole bag should be more than enough.
This thing had so many different types of nails and screws in it. It had been used, reused, reinforced, painted, planted, and finally forgotten. Decades of history before becoming part of ours. Needless to say, I was excited to show Athena the post I picked out. It's just junk wood, but I knew she'd see what I saw.
Need some help?
Yeah. What do you think?
This is a pretty cool piece of wood.
I was gonna say, I purposely picked one that I was like, I didn't want to use one of our nice 4x4 posts.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of wanted something a little like beat up.
Yeah, this is awesome. It's got old paint on it. You're gonna leave these nails in though, right?
These are going into this is going into the ground.
Some weeks the stakes are high and patience low. In living this kind of life, there will always be surprising challenges to conquer and new skills to learn, often at the same time. Our start here was trial by fire, but on the other side, we're less afraid of being burned, more ready to trust in ourselves and each other. And while each week forces me to take on different roles, this week let me be something I've never been: content.